Hello, everybody. Time for a two mover today. White to move here, and we're going to checkmate black in two moves. The black pawns are going down in the diagram. So that's all you need to know. Now you can pause the video, think about this on your own time, take all the time you need, and see if you can solve this on your own. And when you return, I will show you the right moves. All right, go ahead. So here we go. What we're looking at is the black king that can escape to either of these two squares right now. And we want to trap him, of course. There's no point in moving the king. There's no need to cover this square. He's not going to be able to move there anyway. So he can just do a random move and he will be able to escape with the king somewhere. So king's move doesn't matter. Neither does king c2 matter, because then we open up for the possibility of king to e2, and he still can go to d4. So it doesn't give us anything really. So since this is a puzzle with a checkmate in x amount of moves, we should never start with a check, but just for analysis purposes, we can see what happens if we start with bishop c5 check. The king comes to d3, he's forced there, and he can only go to c4 after that. And that's why the pawn is here. It's going to stop us from coming to d5. And if we try finding something else here, well, as said, he will escape to c4. If we go to f1, well, then our knight is hanging. So it doesn't give us much. The point is black will go for d3 and then escape to c4. So there's no point in putting the bishop here either. It doesn't cover any more squares really. He will be able to go this way. He doesn't even have to bother about this because we're not really threatening anything. So he can push g2 here, and there's a lot of moves before we can checkmate here. And moving the queen, well, we need to have control over this knight, and the knight is really in the way. We can try something like this to have a discovered check, but it's really not giving us anything. Like play g2, and we are not threatening a discovered check anywhere. He can just escape somewhere. So it really becomes clear that we must move the knight. So let's see what happens if we grab here. If we move the knight, now we have control over this diagonal here. We are threatening a checkmate with bishop c5. So this might be something. The problem is that the king can escape to d4. And now this is not checkmate because the c3 square is open and also the c4 square. And if we try to go here with the queen, well, then it comes to d3. Then we lose control over d3. And we wanted that. So we are not taking there. And if we're moving somewhere else with the knight, it's going to be the same. King d4. And he will from there escape to c4 or c3. And we can not really do anything about it. Perhaps knight d2. Then we cover the c4 square. Well, still comes to d4, and he wants to escape here. If we check, well, then he can just return to e3. And if we try this for a checkmate, and again, we're losing control over the d3 square, so he will just go there. So the solution to this is to move the knight and have control over both e4 and d3 squares. So we free our other pieces for other things. So where can we put the knight to cover both these places? Well, of course, on f2. This is the correct move. Knight f2. Now we're covering both of them. We're still threatening a checkmate here. If he grabs this knight, well, it doesn't help. It's still a checkmate on c5 with the bishop. And if he escapes to d4, now we have control over this, so it means we can move the queen. And this is a checkmate because we have the control we need with our knight, and the queen does the rest. And after f2, if you just do nothing, well, then it's just queen c5. So the solution here is knight to f2. All right, thank you for watching this little puzzle. I'll give you something else tomorrow. Be sure to check in then. Bye-bye.